Wine and toothpaste. Delicious combination. What the fuck ones am I doing today? Best. Hey guys, it's Zoe and welcome to Couchmas Day 3. It is Day 3 right now. If you are unaware of what Couchmas is, I will leave the first video linked down below where I describe that so you can go back and see what all this is about without me having to describe it all again. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the best book to movie adaptations. I have 5 here that I loved the book and I loved the movie, and 2 that I did not like the book, but I loved the movie, which I think would count still for best adaptations. So let's get into the ones first that I did not like the books, but I loved the movies. The first one, and I hate this cover, I need to get a new one, is The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. Anyone in my family watching this, or any of my friends that know about this, are just gonna be fucking cracking up. Also, I have wine. We're turning this into a drinking game. Every time I say fuck, I gotta take a drink. I'm gonna be wasted by the end of this video. It's fine. We have watched The Princess Diaries 1 and 2 almost every single day since January of 2020 when I went off on mat leave because I was feeling anxious. So I wanted to control something that I could control in my life. So I started watching The Emperor's New Groove and Princess Diaries every day. Continued that tradition. Now there are like 6 movies we watch all the time. But I have seen this movie over 500 times. It's one of my favorite movies. I know, I'm entirely fucking insane. But the book is actually written in diary form, like Mia's diaries. Mia is possibly the most annoying main character I have ever fucking seen. One glass and I'm gonna be out flat on my ass. I cannot fucking stand Mia as a character in the books. Love her in the movies, hate her in the books. And I know some of you are probably like, she's a teenager, she's acting like a teenager. Let me tell you, if I acted even partly like she did, I would have been intimately acquainted with a wooden spoon. She's just so annoying. I don't like her at all. Her friends are garbage. Her friends are garbage in the movie as well. Lily, one of the worst best friends of all time. I could write an entire thesis. I might do a video on that one day actually, about how bad of a best friend Lily is. But the movies, love them. The second one doesn't follow the books. I've read, I think, the first 5 or 6 books in the series, and I'm just like waiting to love them. But the movies, so good. They're so cute. They're so wholesome. Jo is just amazing. Julie Andrews, Anne Hathaway, like you can't get any better than the movies. The book left much to be desired. The movies, chef's kiss. They both follow Mia, who is 15 years old, and she finds out that she is the princess of this fictional country called Genovia. In the movies, she finds out after her dad dies, and her grandmother comes and is like, nevertheless, you are the princess. In the books, though, Mia's dad is alive. It says right here on the back that her dad has to go and reveal that he's the crown prince of Genovia. So it changes the entire dynamic, and not in a way that I really enjoyed. I don't know, maybe I'll try and reread these again, but as far as I know, I don't think I'm ever actually gonna really enjoy this series. I need to finish reading it, but the movies will always be better than the books. The next one that I did not like the books, but I loved the movie, is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. So this is 3 short stories that kind of like tie into each other. It follows the teens of this one town that gets snowed in and like their story, and then it all connects at the end. Genuinely hate this kind of book. It's not for me, not at all. Movies like this, love them. Books like this, I don't know why, I don't like short stories. I think that's it. And the way they kind of tie together, it just doesn't feel the same to me as watching the movie when they're like intertwined, kind of. Not a fan. Also, this is probably one of the biggest reasons why I will never read one of John Green's books, because the part that he wrote, I really didn't like it. So that's a whole different story. The movie isn't set up like this, where it's like the different stories, like it's all tied in as one. I have the other cover, like the mass market paperback of this, but I picked this one, the movie tie-in, for obvious reasons. We're talking about the movie, but I went to go to an event in Toronto where they showed like an early screening of this movie before it came out on Netflix, and it was so cute. I love that movie. I might actually watch it when I'm done filming this. It is amazing. The book, very meh, very average. Will I ever read this book again? Probably not. Will I watch that movie again? Like I said, probably when I'm done this. Anyways, let's get into the books that I loved and the movies that I loved. These are in no particular order. I just have them here, like, on the couch with me. First one, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. The movie is called Love, Simon. My God. I remember finishing this book when I worked at Chrysler still. I built minivan doors for a very long time and I was damn good at it. I was reading it at work and I had like 100 pages or something left. Finished my shift, got in my car. It's 11:40 at night, pitch fucking black. And I stayed in my car after the whole lot had cleared out. I remember it was a Friday night because the midnight shift was not coming in. So this parking lot was totally empty. And here I am in my little yellow Fiat reading this. My first time breathing. Bawling like a fucking bitch. I cried so much. It was so good. So beautiful. Wholesome. Loved it. 10 out of 10. The movie, also cried like a fucking bitch. This is already dangerous. So good. The casting, loved it. I loved the way they just, it was so good. So this follows Simon, who is not so openly gay. He is exchanging letters, emails I think it is, with somebody who goes by the name of Blue, not Blue Sargent from the Raven Boys. Blue as a like pen name. His emails fall into the wrong hands. Martin, the school douchebag, gets a hold of these and is now blackmailing Simon. So he's telling Simon, if you don't play my wingman, like if you don't do the whole wingman thing for me, I will out you to the entire school. First of all, Simon, at that point, at that juncture, should have just reached out and bitch slapped him. You don't do that. Blackmail, first of all, illegal, pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I didn't go to law school. But outing someone against their will, also horrible. But outing them as blackmail? You're a garbage human being, Martin. There is no redeeming you. I don't care what anyone says. There's no redeeming him. Garbage. 10 out of 10. Awful. This is so good. So good. The movie, so good. All of it, fantastic. That's another movie I gotta watch soon. The next one is, very complicated feelings about this, but actually not really, but like complicated. This one is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I loved this book. I also loved this movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I make Kurt watch it at least once a month, and he's not upset about it because he also loves this movie. The only thing is, the book and the movie are very, very, very different stories. It follows Rachel Chu and her boyfriend Nick Young. She finds out that Nick Young's family is actually a bunch of fucking billionaires. Because that's normal to find out. She goes over to Singapore to meet his family for their friend's wedding. Nick is the best man. I think he's also the best man in the book. I don't remember. But in the movie, he definitely is. She doesn't know that Nick Young is a billionaire. But literally, the rest of Singapore knows that the Young family is made up of billionaires. In the book, nobody knows who the Young family is. They're like secret billionaires. Nobody knows how affluent this family is. The whole story just kind of veers off in a different direction in the book, and I loved it as a book. If they recreated this as a movie, I think it would have been too complicated. It would have been too much. I don't think I would have liked it. The movie, great movie. Loved the whole storyline. If they did the movie like that in a book form, I don't think I would have liked the book. You know what I mean? The book worked as a book, would not have worked as a movie. The book adaptation as a movie worked great as a movie. That whole exact plot would not have worked as a book, in my own humble opinion. Hey, Curtis is here. Let's take a drink for that. Yes, bitch. Next up, To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. There is nothing I love more than when a movie is like true to the book. Like, yes, the Crazy Rich Asians thing, that aside. But this, so good. It was so good. Hello, sunshine of my life. I'm doing a drinking game. Every time I say fuck, I gotta take a drink, and that one counts. Yummas. Mama's getting wasted tonight. Responsible parenting. My husband is not drunk, just me. It's fine. So this follows Lara Jean, who has written like letters to boys that she's loved. And somehow these letters get out and they get sent to these boys. Like, first of all, honey, can we talk about this? Writing letters is one thing. It's cathartic, it's great, it's actually really fun if you burn them after and you feel very cleansed, okay? But like, oh, you know what, you're sus. Writing these letters is fantastic, but why are you labeling them? Why are you addressing them well enough that they could get sent to someone? You're just asking for trouble. Teenagers, gotta love them. The book, wholesome, beautiful, fucking perfection. I need to actually finish the series. I've never finished the books, but I love the first one. I have the other two. Actually, I'm gonna finish those next year. That's one of my goals. The movie, perfection. Haven't seen the other movies either. It was so perfect. I remember watching this with my best friend Julia. Shout out to Julia, she's amazing. We were happy crying. It was so good. And the amount of times we went, oh, like it was obnoxious. It was genuinely fucking obnoxious. And I'm happy Kurt wasn't there to see that, because I'm pretty sure he would not have married me. Yes, he would have. I'm amazing. Actually, when did the movie even come out? 2018, 2 months before we got married. He would not have married me. He would have been like, how fucking obnoxious is this bitch? And I would have said, very. So cute. Loved the book. The movies captured, like, the movies, I say, movie, at least the first one, captured everything so perfectly. And it was just so precious. Oh my God. Let's watch that movie soon too. Next up, we're veering away from the contemporaries and the romances with The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. Yes, I have read this one a couple times. She is beat the fuck up. I love this. If you don't know what The Lord of the Rings follows, this one is like The Fellowship of the Ring, the first one, but this goes for all 3 books. Where the fuck have you been? It follows Frodo and the Fellowship of the Ring, a group of 9 people, 4 hobbits and 5 non-hobbits, made up of men, elves, and dwarves, an elf and a dwarf, and a wizard, and 2 men, and 4 hobbits. So it follows Frodo and this fellowship. They need to bring the One Ring to rule them all back to Mordor across the entire Middle Earth to destroy the ring, save everybody, stop darkness from, you know, engulfing everyone again. I love the books. I don't know if I actually finished the 3rd book. Did I even finish the 2nd? I don't fucking know. Okay, this has been a long time since I've read them. I need to read these next year too. I know there's a lot of differences between the books and the movies, and I, for one, wish they would have done it where they actually did all 6 books. Each of the 3 books is split up into 2 books. Like it actually says in the table of contents, book 1, book 2. So they should have done 6 movies. They should have given us everything we wanted. Cough, cough, Tom Bombadil. That being said though, I loved it. I love the books. I love the movies. I love the things that they've changed, the things that they probably shouldn't have changed. One day I'm hoping for an actual TV show of these books, not the one that's coming out. Well, I'm very excited for that. I want like a recreation of this. But I loved it. I loved the movies. Loved them. Is a lot of this to do with just the complete fucking gorgeousness of Vigo? Yes, Aragorn can get it. It's a fact of life. It's true. And then you throw in just like some casual Orlando Bloom in there, and what is a girl supposed to do? Okay, I don't understand. Books, fantastic. Movies, fantastic. That's it. That's just it. And the last one that I have here, I don't even know if I'll be able to talk about this without crying. We'll see. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. The books, so good. I cried so much. The movies, I cried so much. Fucking gut-wrenching, the whole thing. Oh my God. Catching Fire, the 2nd book, cannot watch a single second of it without bawling like a little bitch. The very second the movie starts, I start crying. It's a problem. It's really a problem. Again, if you don't know what the Hunger Games is, where have you been? I'm just gonna start calling you Patrick Star, living under an actual fucking rock. I spilled. It's set in a world called Panem, which technically is, you know, North America, former North America, set very far in the future. It's a dystopian type situation. There's the capital and then there's the 12 districts, and throughout the 12 districts every year, a boy and a girl from each district is chosen and they get the honor of competing in the Hunger Games, where they fight to the death. Last one standing wins. Also, the best part, it's live for everyone to see. Everyone gets to see children just murdering each other. What a healthy society they live in. So it follows Katniss, who lives in one of these districts, and she volunteers as tribute to take her younger sister's place because she's like, I cannot let my baby sister do this. Oh my god, the book's so good. The movie's so good. I want to rewatch them, but I don't know if I have actually like enough liquid in my body for that, for the cry fest that happens. Anyways, that is it. 7 books where I either loved the books, loved the movies, or the the 2 where I didn't like the books but I loved the movies. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of these books and movies, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, what you think some of the best book to movie adaptations are, and what you think is going to be on my list for the worst book to movie adaptations, which I will be filming right after this, and you will see the next day after this goes out. Or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones, because that's my favorite color. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at Zoe's Alt Booked, which I will leave linked down below in the description box with it. In the description box. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I love you awesome nerds, and I will see you in the next one.